I have put in some hours and it paid off. The chassis looks amazing. First thing on the list, service the engine. We're just going to have a real good look at the engine just to make sure that everything's all right. We're going to take the extractors off and paint the engine, and also we're going to put the engine back in on the chassis. Alrighty, the engine is all in, bolted up. It took a bit of moving around, but all the engine mounts eventually lined up and bolted on really nicely. Now, all we got to do is run this brake line that runs from the front to the back here and bolt that in. And we've got to run the wiring here that goes to the tail lights. Okay, welcome back. We are now onto the cab. Now, I've been chipping away at this sound deadening that the Sandblaster just couldn't get it off. I would have been there for hours trying to get that off. So I've been chipping away at that for a while now, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to get it back in the sandblasting room, and I'm going to give it a second go with the sandblaster because I reckon that the sandblaster will just finish it off nicely. We've got 3 cutouts we need to do on the cab. We've got one on the left hand side on the passenger side. Actually, we've got 2 cutouts on that side. We've got 1 at the back. They're nice and easy. I've never actually welded before, so it's probably not going to be nice and easy, but it's going to be interesting. So I've written down what we got to do today. I've already done chipping out the sound deadening, cut out the rust, cut the new steel and weld it in, prepare the cab for primer, and I'm also going to be getting the bonnet and the side fenders ready to go on as well, so we can complete the front end of the car. And it all sounds easy, but I think that this may be the hardest part of the build, especially because myself and Megan, who's not here today, she's actually editing. So we've never done it before, it's all new, but we love a challenge. So let's get into it. Right, so we got the first piece off, nice and easily. And there it is. There's our first piece of rust cut off the cab. Right, now onto the second one. That is all 3 pieces cut out. Now, I don't want to lose these pieces because I'm going to use these as much as I can to create the same piece. Now, that's obviously going to be hard to do, but give it our best shot. All right, time to cut them. Alright, so I've come over to the bender from the 1800s, and I'm going to bend up this little piece that I took out of the side. I've already started bending it, but it just needs a tiny bit more, and we should be good to go. I've got my calculations right. I reckon that's perfect. We're pretty lucky to have quite a bit of equipment here, so hopefully I've bent that up nicely. Let's go and see. There you have it. Fits pretty good. Just got to do a little bit more adjusting, and it should fit nice and easy. We'll get some magnets on there and we'll get it ready to weld. Like I said, first time welding, so I'm going to call it a day there. I'll get it all set up so I can get the welder straight in tomorrow morning and we'll get welding for the first time. It's going to be a good day today. Got myself a new bonnet of Facebook markets. Now, I am constantly surfing Facebook markets, Gumtree, just to see what's out there that you never know what's going to pop up. And today, this FJ45 bonnet popped up. It was too cheap to say no to. I was going to use our bonnet and fix all the rust on it, but there is quite a bit on there. It was fixable, but this was just too cheap to say no to, and it saves a lot of time. So all I got to do is sandblast this, get it primed and painted, and that is the bonnet done. So I'll put that to the side. Also today, the exhaust manifold gaskets came. So half from there, I've got them installed. They're looking real good. So the engine's nice and complete now with the extractors back on. And I've also had a chat with my mate. We've got the welder in here. So he's showing me how to do it, set all the settings and what to do and what not to do. So I'm going to jump straight into that today and get all our new bits of steel that I cut up yesterday welded in, and hopefully it all goes to plan. All right, here we go. Get my gloves on, get our earth happening. And the most important thing, actually this is not the most important thing, it's my mask. Right, let's do this. Wish me luck. Alright. Oh, that is sweaty work. I think I've done a good job. Let's have a better look, eh? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Jack's first weld. And it is shocking. I guess we got to learn somewhere, don't we? I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, there it is. Welding is done. Now it's come up pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's definitely not looking professional, but once I get the flappy disc on there, for probably what's going to be a couple hours, it'll be looking brand new again. So that's the plan, get the flappy disc on there, get it all looking good, get it in the sandblasting room, ready for sandblasting, get it out, prime it, sand it up, and get it ready for that mustard yellow. Alright, so I got all the flappy disking done and it's come up really nice, but there's been a change of plans. We can't get the cab into the sandblasting room, but we can get all the small stuff that we can carry in there. There's a truck in the way, so I can't get it in. Oh hey, how you going? Hello. Megan's here, beautiful, perfect timing.
I wasn't sure if I should interrupt you, but I'm going to put my bag.
You would have heard me saying that, eh?
Yeah.
There's a change of plans, so we're going to get all the small stuff like the doors and the rear cab and the windscreen surrounds all ready to get sandblasted as well. And that bonnet, we bought a new block bonnet, you haven't seen that yet. So we're going to pull these apart and get going with that. Are you excited?
Sure.
We're going to need a Phillips head and a 10mm spanner. I've got it there. Alrighty, door number 2. This one's got a door card. Megan and I were just having a chat, and we have been getting a few messages and comments on our YouTube channel and Instagram asking why we're doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Why we're doing the FJ build.
I feel like we need to clarify a few things. First of all, this car is not replacing the Troopy by any means at all.
If it was, the fuel price around Australia would be like $50,000 probably.
So the Troopy is definitely going to be our vehicle of choice for our
next lap.
Continued travels, which we are definitely going to be doing this year.
Yep.
That was another question we had pop up a few times. And just like why we're doing this, and there's a few reasons really. I mean, first of all, Jack has always wanted to do it. It's a very special car to him and his family.
And the opportunity finally came, and I took it straight away. So we just finished up our lap, and as most of you know, and we were thinking we want to keep doing this content creation, so it was the perfect opportunity to do that. And another reason is because we're trying to make an online business, and this is how we're making money.
And we really want to stay consistent with our uploads to YouTube, and while we weren't traveling full time, we were thinking, well, what can we do to keep pushing out the videos to hopefully build this into something that we can do full time in the future. And we put the feelers out a few months ago if our audience would be keen to see this, and the reaction was pretty insane, so we decided we just had to do it. So
I called Dad and I said, I'm building the FJ. And he said, are you sure you want to do that? And I said, definitely. So here we are now. But it's been hard, but definitely worth the challenge because we've learned so much. We're going to be trying to finish this in the next couple of months and then get onto our second lap. Take the FJ on a few adventures, and then kindly give it back to my old man, and that is going to be a bloody good day when he sees the FJ back in its prime. So that's the plan. It was just to keep us going for a while, and I just really wanted to do it, so that's what we've done. Thank you very much for all the support that we're getting, all the comments coming through, but we've got a few nasty comments, and I know you're not meant to let it bug you, but it does bug us.
But at the end of the day, we just have to remind people that if not for us doing this now, this car would have sat for another 15 years, if not more.
And it would be non-existent. So no nasty comments, please. It does get to us, even though we shouldn't let it, it does. So anyway, enough ranting, and let's get on with getting this door covered.
I'm not helping at all, I'm just standing here.
Right, I hope we know how to get these doors back together, because there is a lot of pieces involved. All right, onto the rear cab section now. Hopefully that's a bit easier. All right, ready? I'm going to pull it out. Please don't break. Here it comes. Thank God we didn't break it. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The window is out. Oh, was not keen on finding a new one of them. All right, let's put that somewhere safe. And the seal, look at the seal, how good it is. All right, we need to get the two side windows off now. It's the same go. All right, there we go. Holy crap. The seal's actually surprisingly in really good condition, so that is a huge bonus. Holy moly. All right, we'll see you in the sandblasting room. We've got all the panels there sitting nicely, ready to be sandblasted. Now, I'm guessing a few of you want to know what sandblasting actually is and how it works. I was intrigued. I've done a few jobs for my mate for a few cashies, and I've got the hang of it. So what the go is you've got this big pot here, you fill it up with what they call garnet, this stuff here. It's like a It's like a sandy feeling, but it's actually crushed glass. And you fill it into this pot until it's right up the top. You press a little switch and this pot actually gains a high pressure like you wouldn't believe. And that top of it closes up and the pressure builds inside. And then when you flick a switch, it comes out the end of a gun that you hold, and you just hold it against the metal about this far away, and you just blast it on, and it leaves no paint at all, just bare metal, and it's pretty incredible. It's also got a mask that you put on. Here it is here. And this runs to a tube.
Little spaceman.
Yeah, you look like a spaceman. So you put that on and it seals your neck so no dust gets inside, because it is a very dusty job. And through this pipe here, you get fresh air, like air conditioning from that little system over there. And it's like you're in air conditioning, and it's awesome. It's a pretty cool little gig. So let's get into it. Let's get sandblasting and get this done.